Trading City Belronte, a massive city that has the largest fishing harbors in Alatia. Various goods from around the world come to this city and make it the main base of distribution. We finally made it! Since this city is the main base for distribution, it's even more lively than Alatia. From what General Rambaldo said, we should go see the Lord of the city and listen to what he's got to say, right? Yes, that's correct. The Lord's house is in the center of the city. Let's head over there while we observe the area. Welcome to Belronte, the city of the ocean, the sun, and the mermaids. A month ago, many fishing boats were taken down. The merchants can't get back to their homes and they're at a loss of what to do. The Lord has ordered us to provide free living spaces for merchants who've come from foreign lands. They can pay a fortune just staying in the city. There are magical stones inside of monsters' bodies, but have you ever thought of why humans or animals don't have magic stones? I think there's a special reason for that. I produce vegetables like cabbages and broccolis. There aren't many vegetables that can grow under the blessing of the sunlight while being blown by the ocean winds. Thanks for driving those monsters away. I was finally able to get back in the trading city. According to the city's legend, the mermaids have the ability to change into humans. If mermaids really do exist, I want to meet them once. Looks like the sea monsters use thunder-type magic. If you're gonna fight them, you should get anti-thunder equipment. This is the first time I'm here, but Trading City's sure lively. I believe there is a deep reason why the sea monsters are causing this chaos. Trading City Belronte prided itself on having one of the strongest economies in the Imperial State. Thus, the entire area around it was a rather important land for the state, and the social status of the one who reigned the area correlated with the city's status. In an old, grand mansion, a man was led through it by a young male butler and arrived at a certain place. The man was Lord Argan, who requested to meet with Sil and Chocolat. He was a highly ranked nobleman who belonged to the Reglet family faction, the faction that has had men in power as lords in charge of military duties for generations. Nice to meet you, Lord Argan. I'm Sil Northheim, from the Adventurers Guild Victor Sword. And I'm Chocolat Trail. Welcome, adventurers. I have heard much about you from General Rambaldo, that you're both excellent new adventurers. So, what is it that you'd like to ask me? There are incredible numbers of monsters that are wreaking havoc in the oceans of Belronte. I'm sure you both know that while we tried to work together with the Legion. The damages are slowly increasing, but the main problem is the halting of exports. The merchants are unable to go back to their home countries and are living with worries. If things stay this way, there may be riots or a financial collapse. We must solve this problem as soon as possible to stop any more damages to occur. I'd be glad if I can be of your help. Oh, and a little while ago a young female adventurer visited us. She said she was going to the graveyard of ships, but it seemed like she knew something. The graveyard of ships is on the western hill, right outside of town. On top of a rough cliff, there resides the messy remains of broken down ships, left to rot. They seem to be sunken ships that were brought to this place by the tidal waves. These rocky grounds are hard to walk, but let's try to find other adventurers. Yes, of course. Going up the steep slope seems to lead to the upper levels. There are ships everywhere around here, but I wonder if they've been carried away by the tsunami. I heard Alatia had terrible weather, but I didn't expect the ships to be wrecked up to here. I'm surprised too. When the girls went through a path in between sunken ships, they felt the presence of something that was hiding in the shadows. When Sil took one step forward, a Sahagin jumped at her. There's a bridge on the right-hand side, but doesn't look like we need to take it this time. There's a monster charging at us from that bridge! Looks like Sahagan habitat is beyond that bridge. Let's not go near it. There were broken down ships launched on top of the cliff. There were rotten fish bones and human skeletons scattered around the area. I've got a bad feeling about this. Syl felt a presence on top of the cliff. A monster that looked like a demon jumped in front of them, and in the next moment, it roared and attacked the girls. Syl, seems like that enemy is weak against thunder. Alright, got it. What was that monster? It seemed obviously different from your regular monsters. While Syl and Chocolat observed its remains, the monster corpse turned into ash and withered away. Claudia, Syl, and Chocolat, why are you guys here? That's what I want to ask you. We've come here to investigate the monsters that have been causing chaos in this ocean. Oh, I see. The adventurer that visited the Lord earlier, was it? Yes, that's probably me. So you came to vanquish the sea monsters too, Claudia? Well, my situation's a bit different from yours. What do you mean? Oh, I'm sorry. Huh? It's something not easy to say out loud, is it? So sorry for asking about it without consideration. Don't worry about it. Thank you. I think I should tell the two of you about this. About what's been going on here. We're happy to listen if you think we're worthy. Yes. When I was young, I was a slave. Oh. My father and mother were killed by the opposing party. Then I was sold to a slave merchant and was imprisoned in a cold basement. For me back then, the daily life as a slave was a familiar sight. But then one of my friends died, and then another died. And I suddenly became scared, thinking that maybe one day I would be killed as well. So when I was 7 years old, someone from the Holy Kingdom bought me, and I was put on a merchant ship. I threw myself off the ship. I wanted to die by my own hands than to be killed. I clearly remember that day I jumped into the ocean, even now. Why did I become a slave? I thought to myself, and was angry at the world. I was scared, lonely, and was suffocating. My consciousness started to increasingly faded away, and I understood I was getting closer to death. But I survived. Because a person? No, a certain sea monster saved me. You mean that sea monster is... Yes, it is the very monster that's attacking the humans. It's Mother Ocean. No way. Mother Ocean pulled me up on the shore when I was drowning. That's how I survived. thanks to her. She comforted an orphan like me every day. By the time I knew it, I was calling her my mother. She taught me common sense and language. Then she parted ways from me when I was 10 years old, so I could live as a human being. Because of her help, I exist now. So I couldn't believe this at first. I couldn't understand why would someone so kind like my mother would harm human beings. I have heard about Mother Ocean. She's the protector of the great ocean, and she's as strong as a dragon, isn't she? Yes. No matter how many humans come together, they wouldn't be able to defeat her. She's just too strong. Besides, I don't want to fight with Mother. I don't know what to do. But there are lives being lost right now as we speak, when someone like me, who grew up as her daughter, lives without any problem. I don't know how to take responsibility for this. What should I do? Claudia. There's no need for you to take responsibility. Huh? No one can take responsibility for taking other people's lives. I too have taken lives of other beings. I've slain animals, monsters, and even humans. It would be a lie if I said I didn't feel bad about that. I don't have an answer as to how I can repent those actions. So that's why I think I'll continue to live until I find the answer. So, thank you. No, don't mention it. Claudia. I don't know how Mother Ocean is attacking people, but let's find out why she's doing it. Yes, of course. I'm going to ask the experts about the ocean. Experts? I heard that the pirates got attacked by Mother Ocean. I see. So they might know something. There's an informant in the trading city. Let's get him to tell us where the pirates are. What? Do I know any informant? There's a shop in the back alley in the residential area in the north. You want to know where the pirates are? The information fee is expensive. You know. Can you really pay that? Oh, you're that magician I met a while ago. Damn, it's you. Do you guys know each other? This person was the one who was picking on Lena. What? Despicable. Look, I'm sorry. I have reflected on what I did then. So you're gonna tell us where the pirates are for free, right? Sheesh, you sure are good at negotiations. Fine, I'll tell it to you for free. You know there's a town in the south of the city, right? I heard the pirates use the coastal town of Kujirabo as their operational base. I see. Thank you. You're done with me, aren't you? Just leave them. Alright, alright. Well then, let's head to coastal town of Kujirabo. Welcome to the Traveler's Inn, Mermaid's Hidden Lair. Thanks to Mary coming back, the pirates with the rotten attitudes have gone away. An adventurer talking to me? What a rare occurrence. What do you want? I want you to tell me why Mother Ocean has been causing havoc. I don't owe you anything to give you an answer, but we are in desperate times. Fine. I'll tell you about it. A few months ago, a guy kidnapped a girl to sell her on the black market. Apparently she was sold at a high price, but the man who bought her was an infamous sadistic aristocrat. I heard the girl died soon after she was bought. Not long after that happened, the merchant who sold the girl was murdered by a monster. I also heard that the aristocrat was killed the very next day. Killed? You mean, there's a rumor that Mother Ocean killed him. You know it, don't you? One of the girls who died was an orphan loved by Mother Ocean. Mother Ocean must have a grudge against humans for having her child killed. Even calm mothers won't be able to stop herself from becoming angry if her daughter was murdered. Anyway, I've talked long enough. I'm gonna start drinking again for tonight. You adventurers, go home, jerk off. We're sort of understanding what's going on now. Mother raised other orphans aside from me. When she knew one of the orphans she took care of was murdered, she started to harbor strong hatred against human beings. Then, the only way to calm her anger would be... Anyway, we should head back to the Trade City once. We'll tell the Lord about the facts, and we have to negotiate with Mother Ocean. You're right. Let's go back to the Trade City. The trading city was burning. Pillars of smoke rose up from various places, and Syl could hear screams of fear from the people there. Syl saw the monsters causing havoc within the city. Evacuation of our citizens is first priority. Hurry! The guards that had Lord Argan kept with him were fighting against the monsters with bows and arrows, but they were fighting a hard battle because there were way too many monsters. You guys are adventurers, right? To make sure we can evacuate our citizens, I want you to help us for now. Of course. What happened? A little while ago, the monsters from the sea started to attack us. The city was soon occupied by them, and now look what we got. Dear God. The dead bodies of monsters and citizens rolled around the main road from the city gate. This is so terrible. The loud roars that shook the air resonated. The monsters were increasing in numbers to cause more chaos. Let's go. We gotta stop this havoc. Of course.